We have Maya here, Twitch streamer, conservationist, falconer. She is a person who really needs to take her time before running off and doing what she believes in the heat of the moment could be a good decision. If she does make a decision in the heat of the moment, she could end up frustrated. Why? Because she could have jumped into something when she was excited and she really just didn't have the energy for it, or she let go of something when she was angry and it really was a good support system. So she really needs to take her time. Not just because of those reasons, but she needs to understand that if she moves too fast, which she really has the capability of doing because she is a very charismatic person, she might move too fast, like I said, skip steps, and find herself coming back to the beginning and needing to redo those steps again. She should not fret about all the things she needs to plan, because if she just trusts that her body, her energy is like a vortex pulling people, places, things, and experiences towards her, and just trusting through waiting that her body will tell her or what is correct or good for her. Because she does know that a person, or even being a conservationist, that shelter is a basic necessity, food, and something to believe in. So she could find herself really getting in the feels, her spirit being high or her spirit being low, feeling like she wants to do it, feeling like she doesn't want to do it, and she really should listen to that. Of course, after waiting, being patient with that feeling. Because she has the energy, the fuel to just start something. Everything, just for the experience of starting something. Not necessarily finishing it, just for the experience, the sake of experience itself. And we really need to sit back and remind Maya that she should probably do one thing at a time, because if she tries to do many things at a time, it might create crisis, but crisis could be good, because without crisis, that means nothing will change. And that is something that she goes in on, making sure that everyone's fed. Everyone has a place to lay their head. But she needs to make sure that she does one thing at a time. Otherwise, each experience will just be a watered down experience of what it could have been. She really is a person who sorry. Once again, she does like to begin things. She might not be good at finishing things, and it doesn't necessarily mean that she needs to finish things, because what is correct for her is correct for her. What happens around Maya is that she has these brand new things happening all the time, and to her it's just like meh. But to people around her, it's like, oh my god, you're experiencing it for the first time. This is so exciting. I've never experienced this before. So it's really exciting for people around her to have these experiences that she's presenting. We also have someone screaming in the background, so we're just going to have to run with it. So she really is about her community, and when she is absorbed in her own process, bringing through her charismatic person, really, if she waits and is patient, with herself and her energy, just allowing her brain to run a mile a minute, allowing her thoughts to feel like she has to be inspirational or she has to know what she feels like she's talking about, but her energy will tell her what deeds must get complete. Not every action needs to be, or not every thought needs to become an action. She does feel the pressure always of starting something new, but once again, she doesn't have to do that. So once again, she has to bring herself and contract herself back to one idea at a time, or the approach might be all off. She really has this direction of self, and talking about direction of self, she really has this superpower of entering into a room and she can be like, And if that is what she feels, then she really should listen to that, because she's having the wrong opportunities with the wrong people and she's in the wrong place. So that actually is something that should leak over into other areas of life. Places that she walks into, like apartments, friends' places, conferences, business meetings, because her energy will tell her what is correct. Once again, she needs to not make decisions in the heat of the moment, like extremely joyous and extremely frustrated, because that might send her in the wrong direction. She is a shocking person. She may not know that she is a shocking person. Interestingly enough, starting something new is something that brings her a lot of grounding in her life. So, talking about how she has these unique experiences, she also has these unique ideas that just come out of nowhere, and people may ask her, "Oh, where'd that come from?" She'd be like, "I don't know," and it might make her feel a little bit uncomfortable. So, Maya is all about her tribe, but she has these pulses of creative energy that fluctuates and initiates. So that means that her energy is on, that her energy is off, and that it's usually off. It's like, so she'll have a really good creative period, and then, it might feel melancholic. And because she has all of these thoughts floating around her head, she might feel like she has to get them out into the world, because it's really a part of her to have all of these thoughts feeling like they have to become deeds. And having it that she is a person that it makes her feel grounded to start something. It could be dangerous. She might be starting something that isn't meant to be started. She's just starting something because she feels uncomfortable in that melancholic state and she wants to feel something new. So she really has to be in the mood for it. And if she's not in the mood for it for years, then that's okay. So moving back to the idea of her walking into a place that's correct for her or not, she really needs to watch out for what she holds on to, or what she lets go of rather, because Maya might give up support systems that are actually good for her, saying, "Oh, I got this by myself, I can take care of myself," although it was a good support system. So she really should consider what happened there. Or she might hold on to um, people, places, things, or experiences that no longer serve her. So she really needs to take her time to see what she really responds to. But she might be fearless one day, she might be terrified the next day. She might overthink all the time. What does she need to know? What's next? What's next? What's next? I wonder if that plays into her conservationist self, knowing what animal needs what next. Now, the type of people that she needs around in order for her to be successful are people that will allow her to investigate and study and to get that grounding beneath her feet and to really get that solid foundation and before she talks about it, because she knows that her network is everything. Her network is where her opportunities are, and that's who she's going to tell those things to, because her brotherhood, her sisterhood, they actually mean a lot to her. And if, like, she really gives you a million chances, and if someone is going to burn her, that's going to be it. She doesn't let you back in. She doesn't allow you to have her energy anymore. That's who she is. So she really needs that environment where she can do that comfort investigating before she allows her network, her brotherhood, sisterhood to know. And the type of environment she needs to be in is that of akin to a role model, a sage. Things that have been there, done that, and see what's coming next on the horizon. So that's the type of environment she needs to be in order to be successful. Now, talking about something completely different that we usually don't touch on, but we could talk about how what she might feel is wrong with her in a relationship or a friendship. So she might feel she doesn't know what hands to shake in order to get that deal solidified for her tribe. Um, she might also feel like she doesn't know how to provoke the crowd or the proper feelings in order to have the experience that she wants to have. And she may not know. Sorry, I said those a little bit backwards. What I said first, anyhow. She doesn't know necessarily where she wants her initiating of her experiences. She doesn't really necessarily know where she wants that to lay. She doesn't know where to lay those expectations, those feelings. So that might be what she feels like is wrong in her relationships. Over time, we're going to continue to get deeper and deeper. We're going to eventually talk about how people sleep. We're going to talk about how people learn. We're going to talk about values and learning styles and how people work with other people. So we'll eventually get to that. And I really hope you enjoy what you've been seeing. And if you ever want to see more, we are together on Twitch Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday doing this experience. And I hope to see you next time.